considered more painful, and the needle is, I think, a bit thicker. This is Valerie Burgo, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about injections because it's been almost a year since I switched to injections, and I'm talking about estradiol valerate injections because I used to take the pills and why I switched. So transgender women that are undertaking hormone replacement therapy usually get the option to take either injections or the pill form. I was asked this as well when I started 5 years ago. I was very scared of needles and I said no way. And I started on the pills, which were amazing. You know, it was a blessing. It was just beautiful to start on hormones. I did know that injections in some way were better, like both have benefits and considerations. Here are the reasons why I switched and what I found out through my research on why it would be beneficial to do injections instead if you can. And of course, it's no problem if you want to stay taking the pills, but just in case you might find it useful. So the first reason is steady hormone levels. Injections typically provide a more consistent and steady level of estradiol in the bloodstream compared to oral pills. This steady level may result in more stable mood and energy level for some individuals. And I think for me, it did. The pills, I think if I forgot 1 or 2 days, I would start feeling it. Or if my prescription had run out and I didn't get my refill in time, then I would feel it. The other reason was reduced liver metabolism. If you're transitioning and you're planning to take this for the rest of your life, maybe this is something you should consider. When estradiol is taken orally, it passes through the liver and is processed there first before it enters the bloodstream, where it may be metabolized in varying degrees. Injections bypass the liver and they enter the bloodstream almost immediately, and thereby reducing the strain on the liver and minimizing the risk of certain side effects long term, because there hasn't been any long-term research done on what effect taking estrogen pills has on the liver, as far as I know. So that's why I thought it's also a good reason to switch to injections. The other reason is lower risk of blood clots. Some research suggests that taking estrogen orally increases the chance of blood clot compared to injections. By bypassing the digestive system, injections may reduce this possibility. Although you should definitely check with your healthcare provider if there are already some other health complications present, then they might already not suggest that you take estrogen pills and do injections instead. The other thing is reduced gastrointestinal effects. Some people experience gastrointestinal discomfort after they've taken estrogen pills. So if you don't tolerate a lot of pills, then it might also be better to switch to injections. I did not have this with estrogen, but I definitely had this with spironolactone, and I do not miss it one bit. It would make me nauseated. It would scrape my stomach. That's how it felt like at times, and I was like, this is making me sick. And the other really good thing about taking injections is that less frequent medication time. It's not something you have to remember every day, literally every day. Injections you take once a week, so it's much less of a hassle. Oh yeah, Tuesday is my day or Wednesday is my day, and you take it and then you're done for another week. So you only take 52 injections in a year compared to 365 days of pills, especially if you're taking other pills already. I also want to discuss that once I switched, I started also feeling more changes, very subtle. I wouldn't say that, it was a huge transformation, but I felt that there was definitely more estrogen that was getting to my body. I feel that by going through the liver in pill form, some of it was not getting to my body that I needed, and with taking injections, I feel that all of it is utilized for my body. I feel that comfort and my brain chemistry feels good. Compared to pills, I think my mood is better on injections as well. And yeah, it was definitely a scare to first take my injection. I had to go to the clinic that specializes in trans care, and they had a nurse, and they kind of taught me how to do it and how to self-inject, which was it was nerve-wracking. But through the help of the nurse, I did my first self-injection there in the clinic, and then at home I tried it the next time. My partner was pretty helpful when it came to that, and I would take my time. I would listen to some music or watch something to distract myself, and even though it's not any more painful than a mosquito bite, it just feels so daunting that you're like injecting yourself with a needle that's almost like a bit more than half an inch long, but it's very thin. And I'm doing it subcutaneously, so it goes into I inject into my fat of my abdomen, opposed to intramuscular, which is considered more painful, and the needle is, I think, a bit thicker. Don't quote me, but anyway, so subcutaneous is better, less painful, and then you just put a band-aid, and then after 2 days you can remove the band-aid. Sometimes with the multiple injecting, there can be some scar tissue like underneath your skin that's building up, that feels a bit hard, but I don't think I ever had that. And in any case, you can apply a heat compress to kind of negate that with happening. And there's no visible scars like, oh, okay, I can see that I injected myself here like 2 weeks ago or 5 months ago. As I'm ending this video, a very important thing is that the choice between injections and oral medication should be made in consultation with a healthcare provider. Try not to do it yourself, please. It is true that in the older days, when there was no healthcare available, people were doing it, trans people, and luckily those days are behind us for the most part. I know in some areas it's still hard to get trans care, but if you do have that care available near you, please go and utilize that. It's there for you so that you make the best decision possible for your health and your body. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.